Hi guys, NSN Gaming here, and today I'm bringing you a Zombies Revelations Easter egg run through. I haven't actually done this Easter egg yet, so I thought it might be a great way to see if I can do it. So I thought I'd share it for you guys, see what sort of gobble gums I'm using at the same time. So I'm rocking Shopping Free, Soda Fountain, Immolation Liquidation, Aftertaste and Extra Credit, just to try and get the Easter egg done on as early round as possible, really. So it's the main sort of Easter egg out of the ones on Black Ops 3 I haven't done besides Shadows of Evil. A lot of my friends don't like to do the Easter eggs, so it tends to just to be one. I've just done the one solo, which ones I can. So hopefully we can get it done in this run through. I do apologise about the 10 minute flipping interview with intro with Dr. Monty. Like I say, I hope you guys enjoy. Please don't forget to leave a like, rate and subscribe if you can. It means the world to us. And like I say, we are nearly at that 100 subscribers. As soon as we hit 100, I'll release a video saying what to do to enter the giveaway, which me and Sam, who are part of NSN Gaming, are doing a £20 giveaway each on whichever network, PlayStation, PC or Xbox, whichever you prefer, really. Yes, I just want to try and get this
so far, so good. But things started to go wrong soon after you arrived. Now, I can understand your initial shock coming face to face.
I'm probably going to keep this uncut as well the majority of the time. But hopefully we can rock something. There's a Shopping Free ideally. Oh, it's aftertaste. It's not what we wanted really.
Before my eyes, it is as though the universe has collapsed upon itself. Once more, I am alone.
Like I said, I've pretty much know these. The amount of times I've tried it and just not been able to beat the final boss, it's really annoying more than anything. I've done. Well, the only other one that I struggled with was Revelations, but that was sort of trying to do the last couple parts of the Easter egg. I just couldn't seem to do it at all. So hopefully this time I can get this one done. But if you do want to see a few more zombie run-throughs or any Easter eggs, or anything like that, what sort of setups I'd run with it, feel free to leave a comment in the description. Oh, that's nice.
Our struggle has been eased. We end your suffering.
We need to get everything open quietly. We need to get the first disc basically done for when Monty, the Shadow Man sends in like the dog round. If we can get it done by then, usually we're off to a flying start. We can get
chaos reigns. We stand precariously, perhaps on the very edge of reality itself.
There you go.
I can only conclude that our uncertain plan.
Yes, Shopping Free. Okay,
planned.
that's pretty good. Go. Yeah, I don't think I haven't got any percolic, because I obviously would run a percolic probably besides extra credit more than likely. Come on, open the door.
Long ago, we came
black
together
boxes
as
in origin,
enemies.
that's okay.
We have come so very far.
Need to equip a gun on the way down. So if you've got percolic first, it's ideal because when you've got stamina, you can literally just run all the way through this bit. If you're not kind of build it really. Nope, maybe not. Oh, looks like I'm not going to make it to them. No, really? Maybe get this door open.
Haunted by the many spirits.
That's really annoying.
That suffered in this place.
I'm gonna try and get this part done without taking any damage.
Destroy their bodies. Destroy their souls.
Oh, this one got keepers as well.
The death of an ally is always a tragedy.
Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Yes.
that I am certain.
Main reason why I wanted that double point at the end of last round a little bit sooner. Yeah, while I'm doing it, I will also show the trips Easter egg to do at the same time. Main thing I suggest first is actually getting all the map open and get yourself inside of the apothecary where the pack clutches. That's probably the easiest way I found out first. Or if not, like I say, try and at least get ready to upgrade for the first tape all the time.
I must find surprise or suffer the consequences. Every scratch upon me will return 1,000-fold. I must attempt to locate Dr. Monty.
Can do that.
He at least holds.
I think it's usually round 6. I noticed mainly
this twisted realm
that it appears on.
My vengeance requires ammunition.
Oh, soda fountain. Don't really want that either yet. So, like I said, this is the last conversion generator just up here. One of the other main things is you need to try and get little armies as soon as possible, really. Because without them, you're missing a major part of the Easter egg that you just can't do. Which is this? 1250, here we go.
We will face the onslaught head on.
So try and get as many points as you can early on. Try and get all these done. Get this sort of switched on as well. Quick you are. You have to dodge that one. Come on, come on, come on. Get out of the way. Oh, there's one left. I don't think I can kill him. I don't know if he'll turn into a sprinter. Okay, so we get the shield part. So it's either spawns there, straight ahead, just there on that wall. It looks like the final place is just up here. Can do a bit of a wall run to get it if you want. Also, if you want one of the helmets, this is the wolf helmet, I think. You chuck a grenade in there, it drops the skull out, and then basically you just fill it up with headshots from zombies around this area, and you go pick yourself up the wolf skull. It's probably one of the easiest ones to do. Not the best mask possible, but it's still a pretty good mask to have, especially early on, because you can just run on the map pretty quick. So what I'll do now, I'll actually show you where the step basically to the Easter egg. If I do this, I'll do it anyway. So basically, you have 2 gravestones, so you want to shoot the second one first, then the third, then the first, and then the 4th. And when you're done, you should see them little red smokes like that, and that basically starts up the second step of the Easter egg. So once you've done the first step, that's pretty simple. You need to have a look for, on these jump pads there's like a little stone sticking out. Once I actually get to one, I'll show you which it is. When you're on here, there's like a little stone that sticks up, you can't really miss it. If you find that, that's usually, that's where you need to take, where you will essentially get the tape. But to do that, what you need the gatekeeper. So what you need to do is look for the parts. I think the gem is in this area, so it can either spawn somewhere around here, usually, or it can spawn on there. The second place I believe it can spawn is just over here. It's usually in like, it's like a bucket or something here. It's usually floating around that area. And then if it's not there, the final place it will be is, so I get the points from this. It's just on the table outside here, just outside the Kino de Toten. And there you go, you see it's, oh, it's not there either. I missed the first one somewhere. It seems I have. Yeah, so this is where you get all your
of the past has
helmets
returned,
as well.
but what of our future?
Let's actually go find that thing now. I feel like a right dope essentially. Should be just double check everywhere again. I was like I say, spawn's usually on there. Yeah. I haven't even got enough to turn that conversion generator on. It's down here somewhere. Yeah, sorry, it's there. So I see coming into the shrine bit, and it's just there, at the bottom.
What is the purpose?
But going back to
this unknown
the second step of the Easter egg, like I say, you need to look for that little rock. That one shows you which one you have to take the gatekeeper to. So you do need 5,000 points as well at the same time. So I'm not in the best situation here because I had to buy myself a gun as well. I don't think it's on the... Nope, it's not on that one. It's more likely going to be either... so it's that one there. You'll see one because it's just like that little shard there. So that's where you know that's where you have to take the gatekeeper to. If it doesn't work, you usually just jump up a couple times, he locks on. But the idea of doing it on an earlier round is because when you first have like the dog round essentially, you can basically keep them all alive and they don't do any damage to him, they only focus damage on you, whereas if you do it in a normal zombie round they all go to him. So that's usually best place. I will also show you now the locations for the dragon shield. So we'll have a spawn on the back there, and this is the same for the gatekeeper head. Gatekeeper head can spawn here. The gatekeeper head can also spawn on this chair here, which is where it is right now.
Things are always found by those that are looking.
So as you probably should know by now, there's 3 parts to each. The dragon shield can also spawn, I think it's over here on this chair somewhere. If it's not in them 2 places, usually it's on the table in here, which is where it is. There, so that's the 3rd place for the dragon part.
Everything
and also the
belongs
head
somewhere,
can spawn here as well.
even if it
on
can
that
never
chair.
return.
But like I said, we know that for us we need to go to the grot in order to do thingy. Also, this is the last piece for the gatekeeper, so it can spawn here, as you can see in the cafeteria of Mob of the Dead, just against that wall.
Lost or abandoned.
Oh, I need
I
to
have
turn
been
this.
both these things.
2 conversion generators up to.
I fear the souls of the damned still haunt
And we got the
this
musical
place.
stuff there, that's one of the teddy bears. No, I'm going to be able to show you this thing so I can go all the way around. Another that same part can also spawn here or here. You can't miss it, just big flags standing up really. And then last but not least, the last gatekeeper part spawns just here, on there. The main place I've noticed for the shield, if you haven't, for the last place of the shield, that spawns on the chair, on here, and I think the last place is where it's actually going to be, which is on a chair just here. So that's basically all the buildables in there.
Single piece means
Besides having, of
nothing.
course, the dragon egg and
Pieces together mean so much more.
so the only thing we need to really is get the conversion generators on. Let's need 5,000 points as well. So the main point in this time for me, I've just got to really focus on building up my points. Trying to get essentially the emulation liquidation to try and get my guns in, as early as possible. Where is this? I can't seem to find him. Oh, there you are. There we go. I'm just going to the gobble gun machine quickly. So yeah, I really ideally need an emulation liquidation at the end of this round. It's either give me that or extra credit. Either or, that's pretty good. Extra credit actually helps me to build,
Any flavor favors victory.
because the guns aren't too popular at this point in time.
I do not desire the flavor. Take the power it imbues within me.
Oh, I need to kill. It's basically this kill. It's nice and get them
You
points
have
up.
brought this upon
Try
yourself,
and leave one at the end.
demons.
So you don't really need to worry too much about the guns at the beginning of this first one. Just want to focus on getting the 5k for the gatekeeper,
Always appreciated.
and also getting all the conversion generators switched on really. So I feel that's going to be with about 2 left. Oh, jeez. I got stuck there. So I'm going to leave 2 ideally. No, there's 3. So that way you have to go to turn the power on. Actually you have to run all the way back around. So like I say here I've got more than enough points to turn on the conversion generators. I could even possibly buy myself a jug if I need to. Turn this one on. I think this one's just gatekeepers. There also is a challenge, usually you have a challenge like a no kill challenge, so when you do the conversion generators like I did, it says don't kill anybody basically while you're turning on one of the generators. If you do that you can get like a max on it. And also if you headshot, I think 50 gatekeepers, it adds towards one of the helmets that you need to get. Well, counts towards one of the helmets you can get, essentially. Quit off here, no. What I will actually do whilst I'm here is build. Once you build this, whatever place you build it at, you can basically collect it from anywhere after this point. So like I say, craft the gatekeeper, that's probably my max ammo challenge that right there. So the last one I believe I've got to turn on is in Kino. And then I am good. And depending on, I think, see like even still by round 5, even though you saw I didn't have the best of starts, I'm still more able to probably get the gatekeeper sorted and everything set up ready for the 3rd step. Just turn this one on here. There also is a free perk up there in case you didn't know. More than likely you knew.
Your demise is imminent.
I think this one's a combination of keepers. Yeah, so it's just keepers as well. I prefer having the gatekeepers to the Furies. Furies run pretty quick and do tend to do quite a lot of damage. So as you see, that's pretty much done there. So I'll do just go in here, build the shield. Open this, get myself jug, that's left me just enough in order to get the keeper, plus I've got a bit of protection.
Different flavor, maybe
And then obviously that's where you build the shield. So once you turn them all on, you just got to wait for wherever the hell this thing is called to come through. It's just, you know, great timing. That locks it in, basically opens up your pack a punch. Once you've done that, basically you're ready to everything you really need in order to do this strike is pretty much set up map-wise.
A welcome change of fortune.
This guy.
This creature's interior
And whilst you're in here,
is as unpleasant as its
open up pack
exterior.
punch.
We will release
Should
you
go
from the
through.
grasp
And
of
this
your
pack punch
tormentor.
becomes open. And I want to go to Verrucht. So I might be around early in this case. So what I will actually do is just get the gatekeeper and just carry on going. You basically want to get this done, this step done, as soon as possible really. I am hoping it's either going to be this round or the next round. It gives me the option.
If a soul as old as time itself wishes to aid us, we should be grateful.
Now this can be quite tricky to get him to lock on. So sometimes you stand here and he doesn't quite lock on to the actual stone. Is he going to do it this time? No. So if it doesn't work, basically just jump pad over. You'll still spawn video. And then if you jump pad back, just stand basically where the stone is usually. He does it straight away. God, I forgot how bright that thing is. Come on. Yeah, so if you stand here, he should come to you and start doing the thing. Once he's doing that, basically means that you're basically doing a step to the Easter egg. So basically you have to protect, I think it's 2 minutes. If you're on a zombie round, they will come and attack him. If not, if you're on like the dog round, they will just attack you. So I just tend to not kill any of the flying bugs and just let them carry on as long as possible, really. So as you can see there, they went straight over to it.
It will not be long before the demon vultures descend upon us once more.
So not really in the best situation to be honest. Like, so you've got a perkaholic at this point, you don't have to worry about perks. Whereas I also need to get that done in order. So it looks like, yeah, this is going to be a zombie round. So can get a little hasty in here, especially if, like I said, I've only got a Kuda. Not the best weapon to use really, especially if you're on armor as well. I want to start floating through, because they will do damage to the keeper and will kill him. If that's the case, then you need wait basically you have to get the keeper again. Oh, yeah.
The battle may
Just spray at all these. This doesn't matter while it's going through the round, you can basically just get them killed straight off. You can try and leave a zombie if you wish. I always try and make a crawler. So you for him at the back. So yeah, so that's a crawler, so hopefully you'll last long enough to try and keep him going as long as possible. Doesn't look like there's going to be any more. If this is the case, I'm going to have to kill him. Yeah. So that's the end of that round. Like I say, that's the best thing about trying to get it done as early as possible. But when it comes, I think it is a bug round in a minute. You'll know because you'll hear the shout on like this. So basically in this part you can go round, get what you want. So for myself in this one, I'm basically just going to go to the Goblin machine and try and get a immolation liquidation. Where is the name's Goblin machine? Here. Let's grab one. Actually, I don't think I've actually used it. You
will not, you cannot survive this attack.
Actually, what I've got with the machine in here. What? It's a salty. There it is. Like I say, these will just attack me. They won't attack anything else. Like I say, I've got my immolation liquidation here.
Gumballs appear readily available.
So just get all these sorted.
Show me your power.
So the main things you want to get from this, you need the Apothecary Servant now, but the main one that you actually need is Little Arnie's. Without Little Arnie's you can't do the next step of the Easter egg, and it's a real bugger if you can't get them. For me they tend to not show up straight away, so I have to actually find the box and get it. Like I said, you do get this pretty easy, so once you got that, make sure you keep hold of that. Don't do what I did last game before the recording and actually swapped it out. And just try to get yourself a decent second gun once you got the Little Armies, if you've got a bit of time left. If not, don't worry about it really. Ideally you want something like the Haymaker, the Drecken's not bad. Or if you want your points, get like a Weevil, the Tommy gun, or the Rifty 9 is pretty good as well.
My chances of survival.
Let's say it's not looking brilliant for me here. I always have the problem of getting Little Armies. So here you get a list done. They're pretty much sorted. So these just die off in the meantime as well.
I believe your powers may save my life once again, Regan. Perhaps there is still a chance for us to make our own destiny.
Get a couple more swings at this. Like, so it looks like I'm probably not going to get it this time, which is bomb it. Focus.
At 2 inches or 2 miles.
Right, so that more than likely haven't got them.
Though 2 miles.
It's usually the case with me. If you don't get them, don't need to worry because you can actually just go and spin the box a couple of times. Let's see if the Gatekeeper's done. Yeah, once the Gatekeeper's done, he should drop a disc, and it's just there. I can't really see that because of the zombies. So you pick that up, and you need to take this to Napped, which is the first one, so it's basically inside the portals, and drop off, and that is literally the next step of the Easter egg complete. You can listen to the tip if you want. People have it there, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to play it and move on. So what I do at this point, as soon as you get the Apothecary Servant, is because now I haven't got the fingers to actually upgrading the Apothecary Servant. So I think there's 7 in total. There's these little flying blue things. Just you can see it just there above my crosshair. Basically, you want to shoot these with the Apothecary Servant. It sucks it up. You know where you've got it because it won't be there anymore. If you hit it like that, it should pretty much suck up a little piece, and that's when you know that one's done. So there's another one here, just against that rock in Nact. So Nact gives you pick advantage points for 2 of. So just double check that's again. The main ones I try to go for are over here. Because once you've got this spawn one and that one, actually that's 2 so far. The next one, I believe, is just over here in Shangri-La. Also, I'd like to know what's your favourite zombies map as well. Leave that in comments. Mine is Origins. I absolutely adore Origins. I think it's one of the best maps created. I can't see this is a bad time to try and do this actually because I can't really see it. Basically, there is one there. It's just not showing up at the minute. I will show you that one later. It's a better time now. What's my second one? This is the MP. Something worse than in the world. And so the points I got left, I might try and get another immolation liquidation. Just to try and can't really see that happening. Probably chose the wrong time to try and show you all this. The problem with this Easter egg is it is quite tedious. Like I say, setting all this up at the beginning. But once you get past that first step, usually you're okay. So this one is just if this thing moves out of my way. Get a couple of these down for dying here.
Mistake was not killing me.
So there is. That one's pretty easy to see. In comparison with the side. I should have hit that one. I'll check in just a second. Yeah, so that one's gone. So that is the 3rd one in this case. The next one, if you can, is just there. You can either stand here to see it. That's what I tend to do. Just be careful, you do it pretty quick because you'll get launched back over. That should be the 4th one done. The only one left is Shangri-La. I believe we might have one over here. I'll double check. I don't think there is. Just be sure. And I will hit the box while I'm going to try and hit these little ones. Hopefully, I'm getting them all. Edge.
With such firepower at my disposal, success seems potentially achievable.
Well, red rocks, it's not bad.
The demons
they usually get them as well, so
succeed. They will simply die.
Next time. Like I say, I don't tend to have the best of luck with the rocks. So I'm pretty sure they just give you the Apothecary Servant or a Stula Astorth pretty much straight away. The location of this one, you usually see it as you're flying past. No, you really can't see it actually. I'll kill the zombies here, kill these things. Done.
Okay, fellas.
Light up the sky
If you
and show you where the next one is.
It should be abundantly clear that things are seriously out of whack.
Actually see it.
Business as usual, I suppose.
Oh, it's there, that's why.
Anyway,
Just,
I'm having a
just as if you're
bit of
doing
a
it today.
heated debate with the old Shadow Man and his Republican pal.
And that should be
And it's making
the
it
last one.
really hard to keep this reality
I'll
stable.
kill a couple of zombies here and try and get
honestly,
this.
look at it. It's
Wolf
practically
is
held together
freed
with
up.
tape and bits of string.
Just run around a second. Wait for this to right up. Something today would be nice. Get this wolf mask done. Oh, and it does need to be headshots. Oh, jeez. Right, so that's we head back over here. And so you have to wait for the head to be spinning. That's why you have to wait for the anti-gravity to come on. So while they all rush over here, just have a couple of these.
Predictable demon.
Oh no, this is not good. On top I have a dredge.
Why are you so irritating?
Double points.
I will make us off, Dr. Monty.
So you hear that wolf sound effect, so you know that's done. Like I say, it disappears off the floor and in mid-air. So while I'm on my way, let's try and grab this. See what it gives me. So that's an aftertaste. So usually I'd take that into the two final boss fights because it lets you keep all your perks. But for the meantime, I'm actually going to head back over to Origins and have a couple more spins in the box. We'll have one go here though, just to try and get the liquidation.
No dimension
Extra credit.
will dare take your soul when I am finished. Flavor is unusual, and diabolical.
And 4.
I can feel something
I've got
happening.
pretty much enough points there to have a few rows of the box. This is probably the main step which will make you go a couple of rounds, especially if you haven't got the right equipment like me in this instance. It is a pain. There's not really much you can do about it. If you'd like to see like a proper run-through guide of this Easter egg, again just leave a comment below and I'll gladly do one for you guys. I don't mind. I can get these little armies.
I am grateful for everything.
Come on, baby, don't let me down. Give me them little armies. Probably a better gun than this dredge. Oh, Wrecker's not too
They
bad.
already know to fear
Not really
Takio.
good for points at this point in the stage. Vesper.
Rapid fire vengeance is mine to the last bullet.
Oh,
Good fortune finds Takio.
this
Bad
is really
news
not going
awaits
well.
demons.
Take 7.
I know more powerful weaponry lies within, but this rifle will suffice.
In retrospect, it probably
Yes,
wasn't the
little
best
armies.
idea
So that's what
to
we're
leave the
talking about.
most powerful artifact in this or any other
So,
dimension
once
just
you've
lying on
acquired
the
little
fucking
armies,
table.
the next step.
But
I'll
in
let
all
that watch to finish
fairness,
looking at before I
Max's
go through this.
was a bit of a wild card. I mean, you remember he was actually just a little drone the last time you saw him. Anyway, he's in the summoning key now. Buggered if I know how we're going to get him out.
Yeah, So next thing you want to do once you've got little armies is you need to head inside of this horrible looking thing. Basically where Pack-a-Punch is. And you have to throw little armies down 3 little holes within the... I don't even know what to call it. I need a name. I need a name to call this. I'm going to call it Big Magua. Inside Big Magua there's these little holes here. So there's 9 altogether. So there's 9 you've got to throw it down. So I tend to start with these ones on the right hand side. So lie down, best place to do it, chuck them inside. So there is one, as you can see. Here is the second one, just a little bit further up. And then the third one inside this tunnel. Just there. Once you know them three Margwas are going to spawn. And basically you need to kill all 3 Margwas. Hopefully they can drop a max ammo. If you drop a max ammo, it just means that you can keep going and do them all in one round. If not, then you're unlucky really. So more likely going to be me in this case. Right, so what I like to do, I just tend to pop 1 off at a time, just in case one does drop a max ammo, rather than having 3.
More will follow.
Probably not the best weapon here. So there's the second one. And like I said, make sure you keep an eye out for all 3 Margwas. Because while you're focusing on one, the other 2 might be sort of like down here at the bottom. Actually back up. Nice. So like I said, finishing off there. If he drops max ammo, that's an insta kill in this case.
The day of reckoning is here, indeed.
Basically shoot these flying things down because I know where they are. Right, there's one. Switch over this side. I always want running a circle this way round. I feel like it's just the easiest way to do it.
One by one, each of your heads will be punctured. Before
This
the
is
beast
the
can
next
fall,
one.
it must be enraged
So
further.
this one's joining the club. So by this time it should give you enough guns to get Pack-a-Punch as well. What you need.
Monstrosity dies like
Some double points.
without honor.
I need to save my ammo here now. There's not enough misses then. Definitely corner.
But I thought we only enrage the beast further.
20 bullets. It's all bullets. Come on. No.
Resources dwindle once more. Ammunition must be secured.
I can actually do this. Tomorrow. That was stuns and...
We have come too far to yield so readily.
No. 1, 2, 3. Blow up. No, it's not gonna happen.
I will fall
I'll
on
do
my
it the hard
sword
way.
before I allow them to consume me. This I know. Without the aid of the Pack-a-Punch
Here we
machine,
go.
I believe our journey.
Basically, we need this to be max ammo. If not, let's see. In my case, there, it's not.
There will be no next
This
life
is great.
for you, demon.
Yes, it is. If not, like I said, best thing to do is try and get that first charge done straight away. Because in my case, like I said, mine was craft the summoning altar, so I've basically got a max ammo on hand. I'm keeping it as a spare. So if you go just down here into this room, you find just click on which one. I'm pretty sure this is the max ammo one. It is. There we go. Just take that. There we go. Just go back inside.
We do not
we'll
choose
do the
when
next
fortune
3.
finds us, but we are grateful when it does.
So the next 3 are on the left hand side, so make sure you get all your zombies in at the minute that are going to be from. So the ones I'm actually going to do on this time are the 3. There isn't really a pattern to these 3. So the first one is just there.
You will not survive this conflict.
Oh! Beautiful. The next one, just here.
Perhaps the fight will end this day.
And the third one, I believe, is at the top up there. So actually, it's like this sort of section. So everything past the acid pool. Then it's sort of like the 3 sections there. So like I said, when you know you've done all 3, because 3 Margars will spawn. You have the 3 different types of Margars as well. So like I said, you have the fire type, the normal, and then the void. And then shoot you in the head.
Provocation is not wise, demon.
Oh no, it's good. Oh, that did not go well. I did not see him behind me.
Their blood will flow.
That could have ended badly there. So there is 2. You, sir, are really annoying me. I don't know if Mark was overtaken. So there is 1, and there's the other.
I will not tolerate your insolence.
Oh no!
May we find peace.
So that didn't go well, and I also have a Panzer with us. There's the Panzer.
My pain is fleeting. My
There he is.
suffering is not.
Guys.
As though a hole has been opened in the fabric of space and time.
Oh, so he died. Let's just try and keep a couple of zombies again.
The demons will be quick to undo your magic.
So try and leave slow ones if you can. So I always try like he's pretty slow there. He's pretty slow.
Your action invites reaction.
You're too quick for me working. As are you. So on to the final 3. So the first one on the opposite side to the ones you started at. There's the first one. There is the second one. And there is the third one. That should then spawn the final lot, Margars, which in this case are going to be the void ones. And this time, like I say, it doesn't really matter about getting max on these ones, so you can just, I just want to murder and spew with these ones and just kill them all as quick as I can. Because I haven't really got a use. That's what I say. It's really nice for training. Two that are dead, and then the final one, just there. So once you've done all that, once you've killed all that, oh wait, no. Oh, he's not the shield. That could have ended bad luck for them.
At last.
So there's the last one. The next tape spawns just there. Pick that up, and you're basically done here. However, since I have actually got all the upgraded parts for the Apothecary Servant, once it's no, it'll let you pack a punch. But if you haven't got all the parts, it'll say you can't pack a punch. So I think there was 5 altogether, not 6. Which you need for the third tape. This is essentially what you need for the third tape. If you haven't got an upgraded gun and an upgraded Apothecary Servant, you can't do the next part. As for this tape that you've just picked up, you need to take it to Kino Dome Totem, so that is the one with the ice and drac connected to it. It's the like the cylinder. No, oh, and I've got to go and go with them, so if they can try and get a soda fountain and stack up on all my perks, really. So once you're in this one, you come all the way down into here, and the last one, you just play that on there. Okay, so the next one is actually I find it quite tricky, just with that I don't 100% know where each sort of thing is that you have to shoot. So essentially you need the pack-a-punch gun, you have to shoot a piece of rock that will unveil a bone from it. Once you've done that, you then use the Apothecary Servant once you see it spinning, and it sucks it up. So again, I'll show you the locations that I know of. I don't know where specifically they are, but I do know where they actually, roughly the area. And this one you can softly kind of see, so it's like that little stone there, what I'm aiming at, like I say, that releases a skull there. Grab that. That'll basically sort of hear that little noise. It's like a really quick, as if something has been sucked up. Once you've done that one, that's basically the first one to do. I think that I don't know if there's 7 or 6. So the next one I'll show you will be inside of Nat. You want to try and avoid using the jump pads on these parts where possible as well, just so you don't go the extra rounds. So this one, if you come up the stairs to the left here, it's on top of the little balcony. So that little rock there, again, that should do one. Just shoot it nearby, that should suck it up. But again, try to get out there pretty quick, so I don't know if it does actually attract the zombies. So the next one we're going to go for is Mob of the Dead, so that is 2 so far. So the next one, you come over here, you head out into the Origins area, head over to the spot where the robot steps in the Origins game. There's a little rock just there, where as you can see them sort of spinning. Again, just shoot one at that, and that one's done. So that is 3. The next one I'm going to show you is at spawn, but because as these zombies are quite far away, I am actually going to go on the jump pad. Excuse me. So this one I actually don't know the location of, so I sort of just spray amongst the area. Basically it's in this church here. I don't know whereabouts, so I roughly just, I think I just shot it. There must be something around about there, shoot in there, sucks it up. So I don't actually know if that got it. Yes, I found it.
You must empower me, mysterious.
So that is piece number 4. If that one has been sucked up anyway. Oh, dead shot really.
This liquid awakens something within.
And then I think the last part is in Rot. It's just over here. So on Rot, it's basically over here next to, on that rock straight ahead. Like I said, I don't roughly know exactly where it is. So just spray around there. Once you've got a good spray, just shoot one off. Hopefully, you've got it. It's easy. I think you've got a sniper. You're probably able to see the sort of rocks you need to shoot. What type of speaker?
This liquid will
pretty sure we
quench
have
my
that
thirst.
one.
And so much more.
That is. If you have got all of the PCs up here, you'll survive. Clearly haven't got one. Around here you should see like a formation full of bones. Once you do that, you will actually put one on the correct part. Let me just double check this. So I have that one. Oh, I forgot dice and dragon. I do think I've got them too, but it looks like that shield. It does look like I've missed one.
This shield holds the power to both protect and to destroy.
This sixth piece is in the ice and drac. So basically you need the anti-gravity for this to work. You can jump up through this little hole here onto this little free running course. So you jump onto this, and then it's on this one straight ahead. So best way to do, at the bottom there, on one of, I can't actually show you on that one, I might just put that down in the actual gameplay. So on there, you should see like, it should be spinning around basically next to the wall if you're not hitting. So I'll do actually jump, turn around. Yeah, so I got it, so you can see it's, oh, I've missed it then. Brilliant team. If you do miss it there, you can actually just shoot the edge of the wall just there, and that should suck it up. Oh. And I'm pretty sure that is the last of them. Double check. If that is the case, like I say, you should see the bones here. Yeah, it's there, the bones just ahead. You basically shoot one at them, suck them up, and he's going to die. That then gives you Sophia's body. So Sophia is the robot you met in Ghost Groovy. Basically, you shoot her again. That sucks her body up and drops it in. And at that point, Sophia does actually come and sits just here, which takes us on to the next step of the Easter egg. So I'm just going to get this thing out of it here. So this last tape, you need to put it in Origins, which is on top of the dig site. So if you come up through Mob of the Dead, I actually need another gun, so I'm going to actually go and buy Mule Kick here. Mule Kick is, you really do need Mule Kick. So like I say, I got Mule Kick, Electric Cherry. I think the Widow's Wine and...
I am grateful for this elixir, Dr. Monty.
And the best way I reckon doing is go through this way. And so if you come up here, the tape is just on this table here. So you play that. And like I said, there's Maxis there, heading over to Nact, ready for the next phase. So basically wait for that tape to play out. So while I'm doing that, I'm just going to make this an easy bit here. And then we'll get on to the next step. So for the next step you need 8,000 points. Or essentially a... Really?
Odds are not on your side. Destiny is on ours.
That's not going to work to the into the team.
Though I am without ammo, this will not be the end.
Friends of assembly.
Those of you who die quickly are the lucky ones.
Attempting interdimensional transfusion. Failure. Failure. Assistance
So
required.
when you hear Sophia's voice there, that's basically means you're ready for the next step of the
The
Easter egg.
insufferable Maxis infatuated German machine has returned. You know the dangers that come from provoking me, demon.
So obviously you do need 8,000 points for this next part.
I am not some bone to be gnawed or nibbled on.
No, oh,
We have come too far to use
that's all we
rhetoric.
need. So basically the turrets in front of the conversion generators,
Are you so
you need
irritating?
to, sorry, well, that's up to that. There is one rock in particular that you have to shoot with the conversion turret. So I believe this one, I think it's that one on the right hand side. So basically you shoot at them, once you're ready it does sort of lock on like that. That's when you know it's done, that sort of just stays there. And it all fires up to Maxis in the centre, Sophia in the centre. So we'll just keep going to the 4 conversion generators. So the next one is here. This
We
one
should
I
savor
believe
this
is
moment
this
of
one
happiness.
here. No, possibly that one. Yeah, so it's that top left one. Excuse you. So I've done the mob of the dead one, so I'm going to go over to the Ison Drac and do this one. So the Ison Drac, I believe, I don't actually know which one this is. I think it's that one up there. I'm going to do it now.
Nice! The mutt's nuts, in fact.
So basically, that one just there. So that is the 3rd conversion generator done that. So the 4th and final one for me, I believe, is the spawn. I'm interrupted by the dog, and I believe it's this top left one, just there. So that is all 4. So that basically completes that Easter egg. You run up to Sophia up here, press X if you're on Xbox or Square on PlayStation.
I must go to him. I require your assistance.
And this basically is for the next part of the show. So just follow Sophia, she takes you to Kino. So in
This will
theatre.
help aid us in our mission. I will accept it.
Look, I know everything's gone to hell in a handbasket, but I'm really glad to see Maxis has got himself a bird now.
Put some hunting.
I know she's a little bit drony, but I can fix her. I can fix everything. It'll be fine. Sophia and Maxis are really smart. They can be a good influence on the kids.
So she goes on top of the teleporter in Kino. Basically what you want to do is I will just show you who's wolf mass that I've done. So it's just that wolf mass, speed duration just increase.
Is a result of hard-fought battle.
So you go into the teleporter, just press X or square again, depending on what console you're on. And this takes you to Samantha's bedroom. So in Samantha's bedroom, the one thing that you need at this point in time is the chromium that is on the bed, just there. You pick it up and that goes. If you do press the teddy bear here, you get the Samantha's Lullaby song. So press the little teddy bear, the megaphone. That plays that. Also, I think if you've done the super Easter egg at this point, you bring the orb and put it just inside there, and you get Dingy's katana. Katana. So once you come back here, it brings you back in Kino, and you will then press X, put the chromium on here. What this does, basically spawns all little gateworm eggs that you need to find. So I don't actually know where these are going to spawn or anything at the minute. So basically you want to look around for these eggs. I'm not going to show you all the points because I don't fully know where they all are at this moment in time. So I'll roughly just run around the map. I'll point to the locations that I know. And that's for basically the next step of the Easter egg. So you want to try and do this, find one of the eggs, essentially before, because you will have to kill zombies on this. So this is where you will sort of build up the rounds. That's why I say do not in early rounds is the best thing. So there's one, like I say, just on the legs, picked up. And what you have to do at this point in time is you have to go back inside of the giant coffin thing and place the gate room inside. Straight over to Mr. Giant Gate Worm thingy bob, and there. And there's 4 little pedestals to do this, so I usually do these 2 followed by that one up there. So again, I just place that in there, and at this point now you need to get kills from zombies around this. I haven't really got the best here because I've got no ammo. So if you're like me, you haven't got any ammo, so you just train for a bit. I think it only takes a very little amount, so basically once it's done, try not to kill any. Because you can possibly do 2 in 1 round. It's going to be quite hard for me here. Obviously with having spiders. For one of the parts in here, if you melee 3 spiders that goes with the shield, it adds towards the...
What dare stand in the path of my shield?
So we're coming quite close to this.
Will not go unanswered.
Just quickly run around here to get a few zombies. Shit one of these down. Not like I say, yeah, you pick up the gate worm, so just run over to where it is. Or X square, depending on what country. And the best thing I do is go back to the place where you got the egg from, because you now have to wait for like a sonar beeping. So as you're in the area, you'll hear like a sonar beeping that you have to press. Usually it's on there for me. So just run around until you hear this beeping. I usually find it's in the area where you got the egg from. It doesn't look like that's the case this time.
I see you too have a death wish.
Oh yeah, so it's only centre there. Press X square on that location there. Try run, pick this up and go.
Your numbers are
So once you pick that up, then the next egg spawns. You have to do that 4 times. So usually the egg doesn't spawn in the same locations where you've got it from, so in this one that's lucky, it's just there.
We shall find a home for you.
So yeah, once you pick up the egg, run back inside the apothecary. I basically just repeat that process 4 times. Like I say, you can sort of do 2 in a round, depending on how good, like I say, if you've got up some zombies, you don't really think like that, I didn't really kill any outside of like looking around for it. So yeah, pop this one here, let that one do its business. I'm just going to train around in here for a sec.
I see you too have a death wish.
Shit one right here. This is my time to spin. Just like so that one's done. It doesn't take many at all. Like so there's 2 rounds. Pick that up.
Such generosity.
So this one I'm gonna head out to spawn quickly. See if one of the plates lands around here. So usually if we get spawns on this corner, you can send somewhat there this time. No, don't do it, don't do it. That did not go to plan. I should have thought that through. So we have to get a quick revive.
This lapse of concentration that could have cost me dearly. This record is ancient, older than all of us.
No, do not do this to me.
However, our path is painted to our web.
Head back inside and pick up a jug. Oh, I've got a jug. Oh, okay. So like I said, your runes of creation get stored at the bottom, so I'm going to try the erupt next. So you can spawn in thingies there. It usually spawns just there on the side. This one does tend to be a little tricky. It can spawn on there, next to the radiator there, in between these test tubes, which is where it is. Lovely.
The creature within.
I'm actually going
Is
to
its future already laid out?
I've got much uses on my soda fountain left. I think this might be the last one actually. So I'm just going to grab double tap with this. Yeah, that was my last one.
I feel the blood pumping through my veins.
So that didn't really help out there. So that's shopping free. I'm going to pick that up. And you have one left. Like I say, I've got the egg back inside. So this will be the third one. I don't think I've got many zombies left in.
Whether they attack from behind or ahead, death shall be dealt.
So round 12 roughly I'm looking at to get go inside and put the first boss fight. It's ready. Shooting. That was done. So it's only 3 there, so could even potentially be around 14. Which again isn't actually too bad. Oh,
Let
what
the
was it?
Magua feast begin.
It's coming out.
Feel the warmth of the tentacle embrace.
That one is time to go to destruction. Oh, there's 2 more boys. Really? I think that's fair. Oh, he's ready to go as well. Oh, this is not going to end well for me yet. I can feel myself screwing up already. I haven't got a sweet core.
Three-headed monstrosity departs from this realm. You know the dangers that come from provoking me, demon.
We'll pick that up.
Something so small
Head to the rocked.
could not be evil, could it?
Try and find where this one goes. It's going to be there. Oh. Just that. So it looks like the last piece is going to be inside of Origins / Mob of the Dead. And back inside here. And a couple of close calls, I'm not liking it.
Though primarily for defense, I I am glad to see the shield now has offensive capabilities.
Just over here. Right, so to me this is the fourth and final one. This one there, it's not there. And back here. Nope. At the top here. It's not there. This one, I'm going to use my tab because I can never actually find where it is. Oh, it's just over there. I can just see it in the distance. There we go.
An egg. An egg of evil? Or an egg of good?
So again, I'll just plug this inside of the giant maglet. Actually, I might go and get that fifth egg in case it's really quick. So if I can get me quick, I'll use the Immolation Liquidation. Perfect timing. So for this one, you basically just complete the course all the way to the end. Cross these, over into this one. It's not one. Oh, I was just short. No, I've just missed it. Oh. I've seen that animation before. Going through the skills there. Onto this one. Onto basically. Oh, the anti-grav. What the devil happened there? This is the anti-gravity's just run out on me as I was completing it. Brilliant. No, so we're definitely going to round 14 by the looks of things. This to come back on. I might try to swap this actually. No, I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to risk it till I get real kick. I'll get real kick at this point. I'm basically ruined myself. Wow, this is taking ages. Come on! There we go. See if I can do it this time. Just get through there, into the corners. There we go. Not looking too bad this time. There, around here, and then you basically just jump. Oh, I've missed it! It's not my day today. I got a stupid down, which cost me all my picks. I wasted all that money. I suppose at least until a third one at that point, which is the one thing. Oh, it's run out again. Sorry about this, guys. I can show you another quick thing to do. The little ice and drop clock up here. If you shoot 1, 1, 5, 9, 5. Basically activates another helmet you can get. It's the Viking helmet, I think. basically have to, there's little soul boxes, so like you do the electric bow under ice and dry. You have to just headshot zombies around there, and like basically gives you the Viking helmet. I'm not too sure what it does. No, I've never actually tried it. If you do get like I think it's the Shadow Man mask. I've never actually tried to get it myself, but if you do, it's supposed to make the boss fight a lot easier. It gives you like an extra hit. A few other things really. Oh, I missed it. I've missed it again. I can't cope. I can't cope. I'm just going to it's not doing it this round, but I'll come back for it next round. Go. And I've messed up. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it. We'll come back for it. I'm just going to get this next stage one. Inside Mr. Apothecary thing. Actually know what they are called. Oh, I forgot you're still in here. I'm stuck. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm actually going to end up dying before I even get to the boss fight. There it is. Jeez. That's helpful.
You have power to adjust prices, Dr. Monty. Why do you do so infrequently?
Probably was a thing on next as well, which is going to be
I have been watching. I have seen each and every one of your misdeeds. I know who you are. But questions remain.
No, maybe not.
Why do you do the things you do? What is it that you hope to achieve? Do you not see the futility?
Looks like that's done. So, roll 13, not too bad.
Together,
We'll
we'll uncover your purpose, world.
Just to get the last great window creation. No idea where it's going to be. Oh, that seems to be quite a few.
Grateful for opportunity to multiply earnings.
Here. Nope. Here.
Your childish behavior is predictable, demon.
Just there. So I'll come back down for that in a second. Actually see if I can get a soda fountain from this. Yes.
I am not some bone to be gnawed or nibbled on.
Yes. So I'm not actually going to buy that. This last one.
Now, demons, this is not my time to die. It is yours.
And that is the fourth and final one. So once you've done that, basically you need to head inside of Keenan's Totem, the little room with the 4 symbols, which you might have seen at the beginning. I'm not too sure if you did. Basically you turn into there, press that and it takes you to the next box fight, which I will do in a sec. I'm just going to actually ruin myself a bit because I don't really have any perks.
We have come too far to yield so readily.
What is it? Dead shot and mule kick. Okay, so that's not too bad.
I will unleash my full potential. If my stomach does not unleash its contents first.
And it is widow's wine and speak a little. Oh, electric cherry.
Drink may awaken that which slumbers.
I'm gonna
But it
go
may
with
also
that
suppress it.
couple, which I think is risky, but I'm gonna try and get a third weapon.
My resolve can only last so long without bullets. Honor comes only to those who are truly worthy. I humbly include myself on this list.
Brekkie. Okay.
In times that
I'm
are
actually
indeed
gonna take that.
desperate, I will gladly make use of this.
Whew. So just in time for the first boss fight. So I'm gonna put myself a shield. Yes.
The demons would be wise to show caution, though I doubt they know of such tactics.
Grab that. Pack a punch. This. I'm ready to go.
Dex's concerns over Richtofen's soul are troubling. There could
Yeah,
be
might see if I can get one.
implications.
Chuck these red wine grenades.
You are not immortal.
Yeah, one
None of
fire.
us are.
Doesn't look like it. Nope. Right, okay, and Ice and Drac it is. Let me see if I can grab enough two steps just before I head in. Yes. So they have to take space, so if I go down in there now, let's go make sure I don't die straight away.
But at what cost to my senses?
So you head onto these panels here, just run in there, takes you straight into the boss fight. Okay, so for this boss fight you need to run over to the cranium, and it comes up with 3 symbols. You have to memorize the symbols, and the order that they've appeared. You go to this little location, which I'll go to in a sec. You just press them on there, just survive, and it takes you through 4 stages. So while that's doing that, I'm going to shoot that. The first one, so I call that one, I'll call that one Tray Arc or Arc with Grapes. Just something easy to remember. So I'll call that one Eyebrows. So Arc with Grapes, Eyebrows. And what is going to be the last one? Arc with Grapes, Eyebrows, and then Squid. So that shows you basically all 3 once that's done. 4 even, and call that 6 legs. So we've got Arc with Grapes, Eyebrows, Arc with Grapes, Eyebrows, Squid, and 6 legs. So that is the last one. So you come up here, it's this little pot here, and basically you wait for the right one to pop up. So that's the Squid one, which I call it, that's Eyebrows. So that's Arc with Grapes. Arc with Grapes. Eyebrows next. Down. So that's 6 legs. Eyebrows. Squid. And then 6 legs. And that one there. So once you've got all 4, that activates that phase, gives you a maximum. So now there's 4 boss fights. The keys to doing these is to kill the Margwas as soon as possible.
No demon scourge shall stop us now. We must end this.
If you don't kill these as quick as possible, basically you're going to struggle. So the first one's the crazy place. Basically just watch out because walls will appear pretty much everywhere. probably will go quite in ease. Just for the fact that I do quite concentrate on this. I'm not the best at this boss fight. Basically try to kill them as soon as you can. So once you've done that, it just basically ends the fight a lot sooner. So I would probably recommend taking a shotgun in with you.
This is not a game you shall win.
Now once it's done, you just need the like the sound when all Margaret's down, and it will swap over to so there's that one done. So that basically switches it over to the next phase. Which is going to be oh, so this one is Void.
You only delay.
The only problem with this one is it's really hard to see. Like chuck a little on someplace where everyone can get distracted. I say all the pieces that you have basically up until this point are going to come in handy. If you get a thunder gun, even better.
I will not be tainted by your evil.
I do recommend trying to stay on the upper level. It will seem to be a lot easier. Like I say, try and grab a shotgun. Either the Brekkie heat-based piece of haymaker, because I call it the Baymaker. When it first came out, I thought it was an absolutely amazing gun. Is that all one down? Not doing too much trouble. I think this one's probably one of the hardest ones to do. Like I said, I've only got like second pack a punch of guns in here, so just be careful not to trap yourself. Right, so this one's like the darkest one out of the three. It feels like it's on, kill them all pretty much. Margaret dead. Oh, what things going? Run! We should just need to kill one more Margaret. You do only have to kill 2 out of 3. Chop that. That means grab the max ammunition. It's at the halfway
The
point.
fight will end this day.
Having this M87 is probably not the best choice. So the next one's either going to be fire, or it'll be this one. So this one's like an anti-gravity.
You cannot conquer that which you do not.
So you do need to stay within on these things. If you don't, you do take damage. And it is actually quite an annoying round. So if you're not on like that, you do take damage. And you do sort of switch each time, so some of them will go off. Switch to a new colour. Is this not in shot?
Our overlord will consume all in their path.
It looks like I've killed one already.
Why are you so irritating?
This is actually probably the best that I've done this boss fight. I haven't really trapped myself in any corners.
This conflict.
I didn't change myself out. I have a tendency to do that. And then you can just need to do is get an actual decent weapon. The one weapon I do recommend taking is probably the Thunderbolt. If you need a third weapon, taking a shotgun and taking the Thunderbolt. Especially for the last boss fight. So this last one here is going to be like a flame round.
What hope do you think?
It's basically just lava bees on the floor, fire everywhere. So you see these little things here. Fire. Down here. So the main problem I think with these are the furies.
There will be no victory for you.
On down here.
I was not expecting such a large creature from such a small jar.
Another one. And there you go, so that is basically the end of that. You still have like a couple of these trying to kill you. Drops the summoning key. So this is pretty much the final part of the Easter egg.
I hope I am worthy
Before you go to the final boss fight.
certain powers.
So you have the summoning key and there's landmarks around the map that you have to basically go and...
Did you ever wonder where, when, and how Richthofen got his hands on the most powerful artifact in this or any universe?
That's what I'm going to go to.
It's simple, really. Somewhere on his travels. To be honest, I wasn't paying that much
The
attention
one
at the
in the
time.
rot is
Richthofen
fountain.
straight up stole it. Honestly,
Chucked it at the fountain.
he snatched it right out of a keeper's hands.
So not.
The keepers, you're friends with those guys, right?
Wanted. Let's head back. So the one in here is there's like a little box on the chandelier, just straight up there. Also, that's clear. Up again. Things more. Just this one. Jeez. Probably a little bit better way. Not being absolutely bombarded by zombies. So the next one here is the Ice and Drac block. It's just on top of there. Just wait at that. Basically spawn. There's like a little toy so to do something. The key will drop.
With prices so cheap, the warrior should be allowed however many he can carry.
So that's one down. The next one is the summoning stone, which is just there. Jesus, how many is there?
We will crush you. And you. And you. And you. And you. And you.
Oh my jeez! No.
So readily.
This is not going well. I need to go and get quick revive. Oh, I've got my aftertaste.
Many things are forgotten. Even this moment.
God, for aftertaste. As I have lost my purple wire, I need to apply that to black. I'll try and hit this one again. This one I always find the most difficult to hit for some reason. Why? I'll just do it. Yeah, I'd say I do struggle with it. And looks like that's the end. Like I say, I don't know why, I just struggle with this game. When it gets to this part, my head just goes. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoy like a quick, sort of like a run through, playthrough, walkthrough sort of thing. I am really sorry I didn't get to do the end, but one of these days when I do this, I will have it as the actual Easter egg on the channel. That's pretty much it. Please like and subscribe. And like I said, we are almost at that 100 subscribers. I've mentioned in a couple of videos now. We're so close. I think we're 96 at the minute from the last time I checked. So if we can get to that 100 by the time this video is uploaded, that would be brilliant. And again, we do have the £40 giveaway. But thanks for joining in, guys. Like I said, favourite map, please leave a comment. Anything like that, anything at all, any games you suggest that we're looking at. We are looking at some games to play. We do want a couple new ones to play because we're sort of playing old games at the minute. The next one probably will going to be Payday because me and my mates like doing a bit high, so we thought we'll shove that on there as well. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.